Thanks for being with me today. We're going to quickly look at how you can use Slate Drum's trigger to get some drum sounds happening that you need to use to fix some of the drum tracks. Maybe the sound wasn't quite as full as you thought it was when you were recording. So this one's just going to help you to use trigger on that track and be able to take some of the samples and quickly turn that lame drum track into something really awesome. So let's dive in here really quick. So using PreSonus Studio One, and all we're going to do is we're going to look at these drum tracks that I have in here. I'll just play them for you really quick. Okay. All right, so all we're going to do here is we've got kick, snare, hats, things like that, toms, a couple of overheads. Now, the kick is something to be desired. Not bad, right? But what we're going to do is grab a trigger. So we'll just go to instruments here. There we go, Stephen Slate, trigger. Okay, so we're going to grab that, just drag it right over top of the kick, and bam, here's our trigger. So there's a lot of things to get into here with regards to what you can do, and all that I'm going to show here is how we can use this to quickly throw in some samples over top of the kick and get it sounding really wicked. So all I'm going to do is look at a couple things. We've got the browser. Okay, triggering, this is all this area here, and then settings, okay? Browser is where we're going to find all of our drum libraries, okay? So I've got SSD4 and SSD5, and then we've got a trigger library here as well. Let's just go to trigger 2 kicks, black kick. I think everyone knows what that is. So we're just going to drag and drop these right into our channel mixer inside here. Okay, and then you see you've got the mixer there. So when I hit play, trigger's going to start analyzing this waveform here. Okay, and it's going to see these things, but it's not going to trigger anything until we get that input a little bit higher above these threshold lines here. Okay, so we're going to have to turn the volume up. Okay, you can see how it's starting to get a little bit bigger. Keep her going, keep her going, keep her going. And basically what we want is we want those kicks, there we go, above that line. And anything below, like in the middle of that line, we want to ignore. Okay. So I've got the volume maxed out. Okay, so what I need to do here is I need to increase the gain before hitting trigger. Okay, so I'm just going to grab mix tool. Okay, we're going to make sure that we've got the mix tool before trigger. Okay, so just drag and put it up top. I'm going to grab a VU meter here. Okay, there we go, and then again just drag it. I want to know what the VU is in the mix tool as I'm increasing the gain. So we'll go like this. And I want to bring it pretty close to 0. Sounds good. Okay, now we're going to look at trigger. Look at that. Boom. We're rocking. Okay, so I just want to increase the volume here until all my kicks are above this threshold. Okay, doesn't have to be right peaking right to the top, but just a little bit. Okay. Low cut, I'm going to bring that down. Yeah, so I was probably cutting some of that out before. Okay. high cut. I'll probably cut everything after 400 hertz, why not? Okay. Sensitivity, re-trigger. If you got a lot of double kicks happening, then you're going to want to use re-trigger. And re-trigger is just basically... Okay, re-trigger, 15 milliseconds. So if you've got really fast double kicks happening, you want to have that re-trigger going on really fast. Bringing up trigger again here. Grab kick, there we go. Have a little bit of a bigger look. Okay. So now you can start playing with your mixer. There we go. Okay. All right, I like that. Now, we're just going to basically grab the mix level. Okay, now we've got the output is just going crazy right now, so you can bring that down and you can grab a VU meter here, put it on your main bus. Okay, we'll leave that there, pin it up, and there we go. Okay, and then you can run a dry mix, right? There's our kick drum on its own, and you can start blending in the trigger over top. There you go, sounds pretty good. And that's a quick way of how you can use trigger. Very easily done. And yeah, this way you can get those drums sounding really awesome, get those tracks popping again, get the drums going all over the place. Trigger from Steven Slate Drums is one of those awesome tools that you can use to fix up anything. You want to add this little bit of extra punch to your snare or a little extra thud to your kick. You've got a whole bunch of different samples you can put in place of that. And that's the really great thing about it. It's so easy to use. It picks up the wave really quick, and you can set the threshold as well. And it ignores everything else going in between. So I love using it to fix drum tracks. You know, of course, you want to get it right at the source as soon as you record it. But in the event that you listen back to it another time and you hear something that just needs just a little bit more, trigger is one of those tools that can really just blend in an extra sample to give that drum that little boost it needs before you get to the EQ or compression stage, just making the sound a little bit easier to when you start putting effects on it. So anyway, that was a quick tip with Studio One version 4. Thanks for being here and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe link below and the notification bell as well, and you'll be notified as soon as we put new videos like this up. Let me know, what is it that you use to fix your drum tracks? Do you use a trigger plugin like Steven Slate? Do you have other loops that you've taken out of your library to use for that? Let me know in the comments below. If you're using something else that you're not seeing, I'll be more than happy to demo that for you on another video. So let me know in the comments below, and click the subscribe link as well, and keep making music.